Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video. Today I'm working on a page in my craft journal and this page is going to have a cutout element. So it's a little bit of a longer video than normal. It's quite an involved page, so yeah, buckle up because it's a longer one. So I'm starting off using this stencil from Scrap FX. It's called Botanical and I'm just using some black paint through the stencil. So with a more detailed stencil like this, I've found that this is the best way to do it, is to use some black paint through it to get the detail of the stencil, and then you can decide which bits you want to cut out, and then if you want to, you can paint it black after you've finished so that the details are to left are then black. But this is the way that works well for ones like this that have got lots of small detailed parts. And then as you can see, obviously I've sped this up and I don't actually cut things this fast. I wish I could. I'm just taking my time. I am taking my time and cutting out the pieces, turning the book so that it's the easiest angle for me to get these little bits out. And it really is just about taking your time and not rushing, and you'll find that you can do the most surprising cutouts if you just go nice and steady. So once I'd cut enough out, I then got some black paint, put a piece of paper underneath and just filled it in using the black. And then I did the same on the other side. So I've started adding the black, and then because I'm going to create like an ombre effect with the colours on this page and the one next to it on the right hand side, I've added in a little bit of fuchsia to the black and started to blend that out so that it can then blend into some other colours as I work towards the right hand page. So that was fuchsia, and then I've used a little bit of permanent red violet light, still using the blending tool to apply that paint. And then I've used Tangerine, which is from Dina Wakley Media. The previous paint was from Amsterdam Acrylic. And I'm just kind of blending where those two colours meet a little bit. And then I've gone in with Lemon just to finish it off at that far right hand side. Then I'm just using my white gel pen, and so this is the page on the left where I stenciled through, but I haven't cut it out. So I'm just drawing in some of the details on here, just outlining some of those black parts just to help them stand out a little bit. And then once I'd done that, I decided that I wanted to add some journaling onto this left-hand page on top of the black. So I just drew some lines with that white pen and I'm writing my words over there. You notice that at one point I had to get my heat tool out to dry it because the pen wouldn't write. It must have still been a little bit damp. So it's just a really good idea to make sure that your page is really dry before you start trying to use any pens. So then I felt I wanted to break the page up a little bit, so I'm using some of this collage tissue paper from Dina Wakley. It's the circle one, the white on white. I'm just adding that onto the page to just break up the background a little bit. I'm using gel medium to do that, as you can see. And a very, very crusty brush. This one didn't survive much longer. It did die very soon after this. All its bristles fell off, but it was a very cheap one. I tend to use children's craft brushes for adding gel medium. So then I'm using the Signo Uniball in white, and I'm just adding some doodling onto the pages, just some circles. One of my favourite shapes to draw. So this is just a piece of white card, and I've added black on one side, and I'm adding the same ombre colours on the other side. So I've done the lemon and then the tangerine. I'm just blending those two colours where they meet, and then again the permanent red violet light will go on the left hand side. Okay, and then you can see that that's going to be used as a tip in on that page. I'm giving it a good dry. And then I'm just adding some collage tissue paper onto that as well, just so that it will work with the page that's already there. And then I've just added a bit of stamping using a StazOn ink in fuchsia and a text stamp. It's like a script stamp, which is from Stampers Anonymous. This is one of the photos from a Tim Holtz pack. There's some really cool images in there. So that and an old stamp and a botanical element that I've drawn from a class that I followed by Willow Wanders off Instagram. I'm just doing a bit of my usual mark making. I like to do this because it really does help to ground the images that you add onto the page. It means they look less like they're sort of just been stuck there as an afterthought. I'm just using some washi tape here to stick this in place, but you will notice in a little bit that it pops off the page. So then just a little bit of double-sided tape helps the washi tape to stay in place. Obviously washi tape isn't meant to be like a permanent thing. It's not really that adhesive. So a little bit of double-sided tape really helps it to fix in place. So then I've just added a bit of that double-sided tape to that to help it stay put. And then it's just finishing this bit of journaling on the back and adding in another botanical element onto the page. And I thought there was some space on that side there. I could do a bit more journaling. Some days I like lots of writing on my journal pages and some days not so much. It just really is about how you feel on the day. And there we go, there is the finished page with the cut out element. I really like it because you can see through it, you can see to the work behind and the colours, and I like the fact that there's another fold out element with an extra surprise. Here you go, you can see the little video of how that actually works. Okay, so thanks for watching and I'll see you again soon.